Hey, how's it going, guys? Mush back at it with another video. I want to highlight some cool new Steam updates that was first mentioned by PC Gamer. You can now add animated icons to the new Steam library, and it looks pretty cool. That's with the Steam beta update. And you can really customize your library to look as cool as you want. Also, want to highlight two recently revealed PC Steam titles. One of them had actually been announced for a little bit, but it's getting a lot of attention as the release is coming up, and that is Valfaris. Really cool game there. And then I also want to talk a little bit about Death Trash. That's a post-apocalyptic RPG that looks really cool. It's a cyberpunk title. So we'll cover that, and also there's some attention surrounding Code Vein right now. I'll highlight how you guys can get the game really cheap. I mean, the game just came out, and you can already get it for $41, which is a relatively significant discount, and there's also a really good deal on Resident Evil 2 right now, so that's a pretty good deal. We'll talk that at the end of this video, but as highlighted by PC Gamer, you can now add animated icons to the new Steam library, and it looks awesome. This is one of the updates that had been added, and a lot of the promoted elements were like smart collections, but its most obvious change is putting big vertical game icons front and center. Steam has actually had a similar options for years, the grid view, which I highlighted a couple of videos ago, which artistic fans personalize with gorgeous custom box art. Those same fans have now discovered that the new Steam library supports animated PNGs, and they look awesome. I'll leave a link to a PC Gamer in the description box below, but you can see it decked out in Metal Gear Solid 5, Phantom Pain, System Shock 2, Dark Souls, and Hyper Light Drifter. I know to a lot of you guys this isn't going to be a big deal, but I think it's a really cool update. And you see some dope games being featured like Rocket League, Nier Automata, again MGS5, Dark Souls, and Ni no Kuni was shown there as well. It's the little things I think that I can really appreciate whenever you can make something look a little bit more aesthetically pleasing, and given that it is PC gaming, customizability is such a big element to PC gaming as a whole. It's not something that everybody is going to want to partake in and really invest a lot of time into decking out your PC library, especially if you have north of like 300 games. Obviously, you can't deck them all out, but for a lot of you guys, I do think this is going to be a rather cool update, so I wanted to make mention of that. Again, this update is in beta right now. You can opt in for the beta program. I know a lot of you guys are just waiting until it fully rolls out, and then you're going to enable it to your PC. Whatever the case may be, a lot of these aesthetic updates I can really appreciate, and over on the PC Gamer article, they also link some Dark Souls 3, Destiny 2, Doom, Downwell, MGS5, Hyper Light Drifter, Surge 2, a lot of PNGs that you can enable for yourself if you do want to take advantage of that, and of course you can create your own and deck out your library and customize it. Really like the added customization layers that Steam is adding with this update. And not only that, of course, there are a lot of other integral updates that are being included with this update, a lot more that are more important to, users actually finding the games that they want to play, finding the games that they want to buy. That's probably the most paramount to Steam as a whole right now. However, I can also definitely appreciate the little things that are being added to Steam as a platform. Alright, moving on from that, speaking of Steam, I want to highlight two recent Steam games that have been getting some attention. One of them is out October 10th, and the other one is out in early 2020. First, let's talk Valfaris, which is a game that is coming from the studio that also did Slain Back from Hell, and it is set in a far corner of space. Valfaris is a heavy metal-infused 2D action platformer, and the next game from the team behind Unity Awards finalist Slain Back from Hell, brutal combat, deadly enemies, stunning pixel art, savage soundtrack, get ready to rip the galaxy a new wormhole. It's got a pixel graphics art style that is so awesome, but it also has an incredible amount of detail to the game. The game just looks incredibly slick. Some of the reviews are coming out and they are looking pretty positive. It touts skulls in space, gore in space, metal in space, savagely reduced foes to piles of gibs with an array of brutal weaponry. Explore a diverse range of tainted environments as you venture ever deeper into the dark world of Valfaris. Dominate ranks of deadly enemies and bosses, from the weird to the grotesque, and some that are just grotesquely weird. Gorge your eyes on devastatingly awesome pixel art handcrafted by Andrew Gilmore. Feel the power of a seismic soundtrack by extreme metaler and former Celtic Frost guitarist Kurt Victor Bryant, and forged from the ground up by the team behind cult hit Slain Back from Hell. Again, the game looks slick, it's got some brutal animations, and it is due out on October 10th, so that's a game you should definitely check out at the very least. I know that a lot of you guys are not going to pick it up day one, but keep it on your wish list as it might be a standout title. Also, I do want to quickly mention Death Trash, which is a game that's coming out in early 2020, also employs a more pixel graphics art style, which is an art style that's been done a lot in gaming recently, but the game will be hitting early access in early 2020. I feel like I should make that distinction, and it's a post-apocalyptic world where cosmic horrors crave humanity, but meet punks with shotguns, an action role-playing game with combat, stealth, and multiple choice dialogue. It contains some gore, puke, and tentacles. And this is a game that also has a lot of detail. It does note that it's a semi-open world single-player RPG with handcrafted levels, a grotesque story campaign, and optional split-screen co-op. The game features real-time gameplay with range and melee attacks, stealth, multiple choice dialogue, an inventory full of items and flesh worms, a crafting system, and social skills like pickpocketing and puking. Travel through the gritty post-apocalyptic wasteland by world map and explore hand-painted organic locations, meet exciting characters, talk to the flesh kraken, visit the puke bar, or pickpocket stuff from that old naked guy. So yeah, a little bit zany in presentation, but it looks like a quirky game nonetheless, and you'll be able to customize your own character through stats and making choices, experience the story and discover side quests, fight against machines and larger-than-life monsters, or become their friend. The game contains many features supporting single-player freedom, manual save games, dialogue can be left anytime, kill everyone or hardly kill anyone, so a lot of depth to the choices in the game, single-player and multiplayer, but its main focus is an immersive single-player campaign, but the game contains an optional split-screen co-op mode, and the second player can drop in and drop out anytime during the campaign. The second player has their own character stats, inventory, etc., but shared quest progress. A lot of elements to the game, again, dropping in early access in 2020, and it's a game that I'll definitely keep my eyes on, one that I've personally added to my wishlist, and maybe you should do the same. I'll leave a link to that as well as Valfaris in the description box below, but it's important that I feel like we highlight these games that do go a little under the radar and aren't known by the general mainstream PC consumer. Lastly, I do want to highlight two great PC game deals available right now. Code Vein just released a few days ago, and this is why you don't buy games for $59.99. It is already down to $41 over on Indie Gala. I know that some of you guys want to take advantage of Steam refunds, and if you do, that's fine. How about you go buy the game on Steam, try it for an hour, hour and a half, see if you like it, and then if you do, refund the game anyway, and then buy it on Indie Gala for just $41, because this is an insane deal, given that this game just came out, and I believe that Code Vein is the top seller on Steam right now, so obviously a lot of people are buying the game. It's actually not quite the top seller anymore. It was for a little bit, but nonetheless, it's doing very, very well, and I want to say that I saw like 23,000 people playing the game at one point. Actually, 29,500 people are playing the game as of recording this video, so that's really great for Code Vein. It is the number 2 top seller right now, right behind Destiny 2 Shadowkeep Digital Deluxe Edition, so how about that? That's doing really well ahead of its October 1st release. But Code Vein available for $41 over on Indie Gala, and by the way, if you have some cryptocurrency, Indie Gala is doing a promotion right now. If you pay with supported cryptocurrency, you'll get an extra 15% off the final price. So what does that make it come out to? Like, you'd save an extra $6.30 or something to that effect. My math is probably a little bit off there, but essentially you'd end up getting the game for like $35 and change, and that's nearly 50% of the retail cost that the game goes for. That is pretty freaking amazing, so take advantage of that if you can. And lastly, Resident Evil 2 is also seeing a deep discount. It's 50% off only for the next 11 hours or so. It is down to $30, and once again, you can enjoy 15% off of that if you so want. If you do pay with a supported cryptocurrency, what would that make it come out to? Like $4.50 off, so $25.50 for Resident Evil 2, and I would say that is a pretty great deal. RE2 has really held up in price over the last few months, even though it released all the way back in January. It's still going for a hefty price. It's absolutely worth that price. It's a phenomenal game. PC version is really good. It runs really well, and it's a very, very engrossing survival horror experience. So for $25 and change, if you utilize a cryptocurrency, that is quite good, and even if you pay that full $30, I think that is really great. I could understand why you would be hesitant in dropping $60 on Resident Evil 2 right out of the gate, given that it is a shorter game, but at this price point, it is definitely worth it, and Code Vein is definitely the standout deal of those two. $35 and change if you use a supported cryptocurrency, or even that $41, given that it just came out on Friday. That's a really good way to save a little bit of money, given that there's a billion games coming out during this fall period. Wherever you can save a little bit of money, it's definitely appreciated, and Code Vein, if you are interested in the game, you can save a little bit right now. And that's gonna conclude this video. Again, Steam gets a pretty cool update with visual animated icons being supported, and you can deck out your Steam icons and make them look really cool. 2 cool new Steam games coming soon in Valfaris and Death Trash. You can get Code Vein really cheap, and Resident Evil 2 is available for a great deal as well. And really cheap for Code Vein is a little bit subjective. I know some of you guys are going to want to wait for it to get a little bit more cheap, maybe south of $30 or whatever the case may be, but given it just released and it's down to $41, that's a really good buy. That's going to wrap up this video. If you guys have a request for a future video, you can leave that in the comments section down below. And as always, guys, thanks for watching, and I'll catch you guys in the next one. Peace out. Hey, what's going on, guys? Mush here again. Hope you enjoyed the video. As you guys might know, YouTube's notification system is sometimes a little bit wonky, even if you're subscribed to the channel. Maybe you're not abundantly aware that I uploaded a video. To remedy that situation, make sure you hit the bell notification button. This way, whenever I upload a new video, and I try to upload as consistently as possible, you will be notified directly of the upload, and you can watch it as soon as it goes live. I would really appreciate if you guys hit that button so you can stay up to date with all of the content I'm posting. But as always, guys, thanks for watching, and I'll catch you guys in the next one. Peace out.